70 millimeter.
The 70 mil. Well, there's definitely some in New York. I don't know. I think they're in like major
John,
cities.
local to us, I got a buddy who's waiting for like a month to see it because that's when he got his ticket for it.
Really?
Okay. Well.
Yeah, you had to buy your tickets like way in advance.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy.
Okay. Jeez. All right then. I'll see it eventually. But I know Spider-Man's also coming up. So.
Oh yeah, I'm so hyped for that.
Tom Holland and they are everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm excited for Spider-Man. It'll be good.
Me too.
But
and the other thing I want to talk about is my plan for the Switch 2 is when they announced Smash Brothers, I will buy Switch 2. And then Nintendo was like, all right, we're raising the prices in September. It's like, all right, fuck, god damn it. So I am now a proud owner of a Switch 2. And I love how
Radix in.
The value can only go up.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say, good investment. How's the magnet? You like the magnet on the?
I like the feel of it more than the Switch 1. The Switch 1 always felt a little too light to me. The playing in handheld mode has like more heft to it, which I like. The 3 games I got, so the bundle, it was like pick one of 3: Donkey Kong, Mario Kart, or Pocopia. I was like, all right, I'm gonna get Mario Kart because it's the most expensive. Then I bought Donkey Kong separately, and then I also bought Welcome Tour because I always like the launch gimmick games. I had to check it out, and it might be the most sauceless Nintendo game I ever played. Like dead ass, like this really has like no charm, and it sucks too because like I don't hate it, but playing it, I'm like, all right, this should have been free. Like even for $10, you're kind of asking for too much. But I will say it is kind of cute, like learning about all the specific intricacies of the Switch 2, like where the magnet's placed, and it's like, all right, now I have all this useless knowledge about the Switch 2. It's like, all right, that's pretty cool. Mario Kart World, first impression, it was kind of lukewarm on. I was like, I'm not really feeling the open world nature. Wasn't really feeling the courses. Then I played Knockout Tour. I'm like, okay, Knockout Tour is fucking awesome. It's been like my main
game.
Oh, by far. It's like my main podcast game. So like I play for like an hour or two every day. Just trying to get first place. I got second earlier today. It was the closest I got. And then I got red shelled. It's like, all right, fuck you guys. So doing that. And then Donkey Kong, clearly the standout game. I've been having so much fun. I'm on the 3rd layer.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Not like, I want to say the 3rd layer. It's like this. I beat the first boss, which is like, and then I did a little more after that. It definitely speaks to like a caveman Neanderthal part of my brain where it's like, all right, just punch shit, bro. Solve a problem, just fucking give him the 1-2-1-2, beat that fucker up. And it's been a blast. So I can't wait to see where this game goes. I like getting all the costumes.
Can I ask a question, Radic, real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Have you played the classic DKC trilogy?
I played Donkey Kong Country Returns, which was the Wii game. Back in the day.
That one's a banger.
Yeah, that game's fire. But I did. Oh, speaking of, I did play parts of it because they did the DK challenge thing.
Yep.
And John, you're talking to me about this.
I was telling you should check them out.
Yeah, I did all the classics part, and it was fun. It's like they're answered the trophies and the achievements. I would like to see Nintendo do something more with it in the future. I think it would be really cool if it was like a permanent thing with all their franchises. And I made a tweet about this earlier in the week. The classics catalog, because my friend just put me on this family plan, so I have like all the systems.
Oh, nice.
They're
That's cheap too.
Super cheap, like well worth the price, in my opinion. And there are so many games. So many games. I was running a little bit of a Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube because like that game's a banger. I beat the first boss. And I'm like, oh man, this is just so satisfying to have like every Nintendo system up to the GameCube with all their libraries. The fact that you can play it online with your friends is so cool. I played some Mario Party with a few friends of mine earlier in the week. Just a blast. So I've been really enjoying my Switch too. It's been a great purchase. So
yeah, if you get into that classics catalog now versus like, so when they started back in the day, it was like, here's 20 NES games, and we've all kind of just watched them slowly add to this pile of games. Now you walk in and it's, I don't know, 250 some odd. It's a lot. It's hundreds of games. Now it feels like an incredible value, you know, but like back then we just kind of waited for them to stack these games up. But now it's got to be crazy if you just first time you press the Switch Online button at the bottom and just hits you with all these games. But it's there's a lot you can do with the Switch 2 immediately, even if you just have NSO with all the games that you with.
Yeah, for sure. How often do they update the classic games? Is it once a month?
Whenever they
Sporadic.
feel like it.
Kind of, it's unfortunately it kind of is that, but when they do it, it is people get pretty excited. Depending on the games, sometimes
Right.
it's like, okay, this was, you just had to kind of push these out, right? But other times they'll be like, here's Donkey Kong 64 for no reason. It's like, okay, well, that's interesting.
Dope.
What we're waiting on right now is them to remember the GameCube section again.
Yes.
That was the smallest section. Yeah, it only had like 9 games on it.
Well, we're
Barely
still waiting
anyone I
on
remember.
Sunshine and Pokemon Coliseum. Those are the 2 games that they've already told us about, but they have not
Okay.
put them in yet for some reason.
Gotcha.
But then they just randomly go, "Hey, here's Wario World. That's not on the, it's not on the list, but we're just going to go ahead and throw that in there." So I don't know what the deal is with them with that. They don't have a schedule. They just kind of do it whenever. So
But
Yeah.
one day we will get Pokemon Coliseum.
yes,
Not sure when, but a day.
it will happen
Oh.
at some point.
Celia, I was looking through the N64 section
Uh-huh.
and I saw Banjo Kazooie and Banjo Tooie. So
Yeah.
that'll definitely be on. the board
Oh,
for me.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I got
right.
you.
They are there.
I got you.
Yeah. Okay.
Looking forward to your full review on
Yeah,
on
my
both
full
games.
objective review on Banjo Kazooie. Yeah.
Be nice. You're in trouble if you're not.
Oh my gosh.
So now you're in it now, Radix. So any random Nintendo announcements or drops, you're available, since you have a Switch 2 now.
Yeah, I will say the next game, Switch 2 game, I'm probably going to get day one is the Ocarina remake.
Mhm.
And after that, I really have not interest. It's like I really don't know. So,
Star Fox, new Star Fox? Not about that.
well, it is cheap, so maybe.
I will. We're going to talk about a game here soon, Radix. There's a game that just came out that I think you would actually like quite a bit.
Are we talking about Splatoon Raiders?
It's Splatoon Raiders.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
playing
Radix,
right
we
now.
should play it. You should.
it's
We should. We
freaking
can
It's-
Man,
it's-
I
awesome.
get
it's
peer
actually-
pressured.
it's
Oh,
actually
no.
pretty good. Like
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest Splatoon person, but I actually like this one quite a lot.
It's more single player focused, right? That's what I heard.
But you can
yeah.
play it with a group of like
Yeah.
3 other
Oh,
people.
like co-op, right?
It's
Yeah.
single player focused, but like I'm playing the multiplayer right now. It's like seamless, you know? You can just like jump into
Oh,
like
so
you can jump in and
Like
out.
Borderlands or something like that, right?
Yeah, but without all the bullshit that Borderlands has. Like, you know, like Borderlands takes forever to set up sometimes, you know?
Yes, this is
Gotcha.
it's out now. It's kind of described as Nintendo's looter shooter in the Splatoon universe. It is 50 digital, 60 physical. And it got an 81. It got an 81 on Metacritic. The user score, interestingly enough, is like in the 9s. Like people flooded in and were like, "No, this game's better than what the review score says." And I have been playing it for longer than I thought I would, because I just got it the other day. I picked it up physically, and I think I'm like level 25 or 26 right now. So I've been rolling through it pretty well, and I've tried a bunch of the different things. So you can call for help, or you can go help people. I've tried either one of those, and the matchmaking was pretty quick. And at that time, I think I was on Wi-Fi because I didn't have the Ethernet cable plugged in, and it was still pretty solid. So the idea here, Radic, is it's kind of like it's part of Splatoon, which was like Salmon Run, but that was kind of a smaller mode that they had, and now they've taken it and kind of fleshed it out into its own kind of full-size game. Again, they kind of let you know, hey, it's a $50 game technically, but I will say there is a lot to this game. You've been playing it, OJ.
playing a
Did
ton
you
of
pick
it.
it up, Josie?
I picked it up. I haven't played it too much yet.
Sean has been playing it.
Yes, playing
Okay.
it right now.
Okay, what are our thoughts on this game, guys? I'll talk about it a bit more, but I want to give someone else a chance to talk as well.
Okay, I guess I'll only say
Get in there, OJ.
yeah, no problem. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of. I mean, I like Splatoon. I've been playing it since day one. I mean, I remember playing Splatoon back. I played it at E3, like when they first showed it off, and I was like, oh, instantly, I was like, okay, this series, I think it might be something. But it's segmented, right? Like Splatoon is always, it's weird because it has single player, it has co-op, it has PvP, but they're all kind of like just like weird in how they operate. And this reminds me of like, let's say like the Side Order DLC. That's like a rogue RPG mode, and it reminds me of like Salmon Run kind of put together. Then like, of course, other things added in. So like John was saying, there's like it's like a single player RPG. It's got leveling, it's got upgrades, it's got classes, and it's just a blast. It doesn't waste your time. That's what I like about it. Compared to maybe some other looter shooters, you could easily get in. The levels are somewhat, I mean, they're way bigger than Salmon Run, but like they're not too big to the point where it's going to take you forever for any particular level. They have like challenge dungeons. They have like secrets that you can find. They have like platforming sections, like little challenges scattered throughout the map. All sorts of upgrades for your Inkling, different outfits that you can collect. That outfits don't do anything, but you can collect them doing different type of like achievements in the game. Just really enjoying it. I'm playing on the survivalist difficulty, and it's wild. The amount of things that are on screen at any one time is just crazy, and like they hit hard. So it's like you got to be really careful. But yeah, I just really like a lot of aspects about the game, and just like the upgrading, the leveling is really cool. Like it's way more in depth than I thought it would be when it comes to like your base and like the upgrading your weapons and like let's say like your gadgets, upgrading that and the different type of stuff. I know they showed it off, but it even goes more in depth than what they showed. So definitely pleasantly surprised. I mean, I knew I was gonna like the game, but I didn't know if I was gonna like it as much as I am. But I think it's like my favorite Splatoon game. I think I like it more than like the normal Splatoon games from what I've played.
You mentioned a podcast game, Reddick. This is like a good podcast game because
really?
people aren't playing it necessarily for the story, because they're like, hey, look, there's treasure. That's the story. That's it. And so you go around and you pick different points on the map. And as OJ mentioned, 5 to 10 minutes maybe per. Like the longer ones are 10, because there's like multiple levels you may have to go through, and you have to collect a certain amount of eggs, and then it kicks you to the next level. And the whole point is you collect currency, upgrades, you make your base better, your character better with weapons and gadgets, and then you upgrade the gadgets. And so they have a really good, the thing with this that I think is the reason people are saying it's so addictive is because it has a really good like reward loop figured out.
Yeah.
Where
nice.
you always feel like you're progressing in some way. Like whether you're leveling up because you're just running through hordes of enemies, maybe you fail that mission, but then you look and you're like, oh, my experience bar just got filled up by 3/4.
They let you keep everything. So if you fail a raid, you still keep all your experience, any weapons you got, any upgrades, you still keep all that. So if you're getting your ass kicked, like you'll figure it out. You'll get past it at some point.
Yep, and it's basically a third-person shooter. So it's with Splatoon. Have you had any experience with Splatoon?
No, never.
Oh, cool.
Except in
So
Smash Brothers.
Yeah. Splatoon is interesting just on the way it works, where you literally just you shoot paint everywhere, and then you drop into the paint as a squid to refill your paint. So it's always been an interesting concept, and this is just them. It seems like exploring it further, with like kind of a single player, but also multiplayer co-op looter shooter.
Radic, the mechanics from Smash Brothers, if you know how to use Inkling, it carries over to here a little bit, like some of the same stuff. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, if you like Inkling in Smash Brothers, like the whole paint mechanic and certain things. I mean, obviously it's a different game, but yeah, Inkling's dope. I love Inkling in Smash. So,
what about you over there, Mr. Earpain? How you doing with the game?
I had to take the headphone off that ear because it was bothering me. No, I actually agree with OJ. I think it's probably the most enjoyable Splatoon game that exists, because I don't know, it's like the multiplayer in Splatoon was always interesting, and it's obviously fun, but I always kind of wanted a little more out of the single player side of things.
Yep.
And I think that like they have a really good formula with this. I am a level, I'm in the middle of everyone talking. I think I'm level 20. Yeah, I'm level 20 right now. Oh, are you just like always a girl in this game, or is there like a dude as well?
No,
I feel like it's like the hairstyles, right? Aren't you
yeah. I mean,
I've been a girl the whole time, and like.
no, you can change. You can definitely make a dude. I'm a dude.
I don't know, man. I'm just gonna roll with a girl, I guess. But no,
the beginning of the game, you can make the hairstyle.
I thought I chose like the short hair, but I don't know.
I was wondering if you have a duck on your head.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. But no, like I'm not the biggest looter shooter fan in the world, but like it's very easy to it's an easy game to navigate. Like it's there's depth to it, but if you don't want to get too deep into it, like you don't necessarily have to, which I think is nice. And you're, like everyone else said, you're constantly unlocking stuff, whether it's stuff at the base, new parts of the base, whether it's new weapons, new abilities. You can do different things with your abilities. You could take a break and operate a random crane, which I find strangely addicting. Um, yeah, it's honestly a hell of a lot better than it. Like I watched obviously some of the stuff from it. I was like, yeah, that looks cool. But I think it's actually better than I thought it was going to be, and it's a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be.
I think a lot of people feel the same way. Like it was better than they thought. Nintendo
Yeah.
showed us, but they didn't quite show us like everything. I think they wanted people to kind of go in and like experience like some of the stuff. But it was also, it's kind of like a hard game to present beforehand, you know? You just kind of have to just play it and then you kind of see what it's about. But like they didn't show like all like the craziest stuff that happens like on Survivalist or even some like the underground stuff. They kind of left that alone. So that's why maybe we didn't think it was going to be, you know, as good.
Visually speaking, because I'm looking at this, I'm saying this definitely looks better than Splatoon 3 by a like I don't know if it's the effects on the ground from the paint or the ink that you're shooting around your characters. It definitely looks better, and it holds 60 frames basically all the time. So this should bode well for people who are looking forward to the next big mainline Splatoon, because I think this is a pretty good showing for performance and visuals for the Switch 2 with this franchise. What about Josie? Any early thoughts on the game?
I think it's great. I'm having fun with it. I'm still in the part where I like literally have booted up for maybe like an hour. But it's still like the part in the beginning where there's all the tutorial and stuff. So a lot of talking, but I played it at like, where the hell did I play that? Did I play it? Maybe I didn't.
Best Buy?
I did. I went to the Nintendo store. I played it at the
okay.
Nintendo store. Sorry, I was like, did I just lie to you guys? But I played it at the Nintendo store. And I had fun with it there. So I'm excited to like dive into it more. I was kind of saving it to be like a stream thing, so I think I'll do that.
Okay.
Oh, it's a great stream game.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you can have some people jump in to the party and then roll through. Because I noticed a few of the ones that I did jump into way easier when other people were there.
That's what I've heard.
Because there are some enemies that the enemy variety is pretty good. As you go through, you do start to see more and more complex enemies, I guess, depending on weak spots or anything. And there are some where the enemy you have to ink is all the way in the back, and they'll have like this long running like almost shark looking thing or whatever, and you have to get around them. So if you have someone that can help you by flanking them, it helps quite a bit.
I will say though, one thing I noticed about this game versus other Splatoon games, I don't think the music is like nearly as interesting as it is in the mainline games.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing that's like, I mean, I guess the one notable soundbite is probably when you get the treasure.
Yeah.
And it has like a little tune that plays, and they have a funny little scene of them either picking up the chest, somebody falling over, trying to drag it away or whatever, you know? Yeah, that's
like there were some catchy songs and
I agree. I'm fighting for my life half the time though, so I'm just like there's so much shit going on the screen. And I'm like, I gotta get these power eggs. We're running out of time. I'm like more worried about that. But yeah, I agree though. Like the music's maybe not quite as like crazy as let's say like Splatoon 3 or even like Side Order. Side Order had some like pretty insane tunes in Side Order that were definitely notable. But Side Order is like nowhere near as good of a game. But I mean, I think they got a lot of some of the, like the elements from what they did here is definitely from like Side Order.
Do you guys say that this is like the best Splatoon game or one of the like?
I mean, it's
because you guys are
kinda
talking
hard.
about it like how it, like the scores are better and like people are uprating it, but
It's
Yeah, you guys are
about-
hyping it up.
it's
Yeah.
pretty good. It's good, but the
pretty
thing
good.
is, man, I like fighting against other people in basically any game if I have the option. I'm just a PvP person, so if I have the option, I like to do that. But there are a lot of people who do enjoy PvE quite a bit, and this is a game that I think is very, very good in that genre or that setup.
Yeah, I mean, if you like more traditional multiplayer stuff, then you'll probably get more enjoyment out of the other Splatoon games. But I think from a single player perspective, this is definitely the most interesting. And I just think it overall just feels kind of better than a lot of other Splatoon games. It seems like there's not as much trying to figure out like your style or whatever. But I mean, that could just be because I know what type of player I am with the game, but I don't know. It just kind of depends on what you prefer in a game. Like I haven't really done any online stuff with it, and I've been having more fun than I thought I would. So
Yeah,
Okay,
I
interesting.
agree. It really depends on if you like PvP more or not. I think that's really what is. I mean, if you want PvP, then obviously Splatoon 1, 2, or 3, Splatoon 3 in particular is going to be like what you like. But if you like, let's say you like the like expansions for Splatoon more than the PvP in Splatoon games, or like if you like the single player more, then Splatoon Raiders is definitely you're gonna like that more than the others because this single player campaign is better than like Octo Expansion, Side Order, or the original like just the single player campaigns. It's better than all of those, and I
Okay.
beat every single Splatoon game.
Just to give context to my question, okay, so I missed the boat with Splatoon. I've never played a Splatoon game like
Oh.
ever. Okay, because it came out on Wii U. I didn't have a Wii U. I got my
Okay.
Switch like super late, okay, and then everyone
Yeah.
wasn't playing Splatoon anymore. And then I just kind of never found a reason for 3. I was just like, okay, it's been a long time, you know. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
No,
like
it's fair. Lots of people feel the same. Lots of people,
Yeah.
same thing happened to them too. So it's okay.
Yeah, but like, you know, it seems cool. I like the character designs, but also I'm not very much like a PvP kind of player. So I'm like, this might be more fun for me then. I don't know.
Yeah, if you're
If
not
you
a
get it,
PvP,
Celia, we
yeah,
can play it together.
Oh yeah.
if you're not
Okay.
a PvP person, then this one is gonna, I'd say, try out this one more
Okay.
so than. I mean, the other ones all have single player though. Like all of them all have single player, and they all have. Well, Splatoon 1 doesn't, but Splatoon 2 and 3 both have co-op in
Mhm.
there, but it's just a much smaller scale co-op than this game. Like Salmon Run is very tiny. It's a bit weird how it plays out, but it's just this is kind of just like an expanded version of the Salmon Run mode, which is cooperative. So Splatoon has single player, cooperative, and PvP. It has like all of them. But yeah, if you're not really a PvP person, then this one's probably a good one for you to play, or at least try out to see if you like it. And if you don't like
Yeah.
it, then you can just say, screw the franchise.
How much is it
We can
again?
play together. and then
50.
I can-
50. Okay.
50
So it's like-
digital.
Digital.
900
Yeah.
Okay.
Canadian, but you know.
Probably.
Some
yeah.
of those you got those wildfires under control over there, please.
Yeah, bro, that's been dealt with, bro. That's been
Man,
dealt with.
My air quality was not good. I had to miss the pool a couple days. I was not happy.
Hey, man.
Gosh.
Dude, I woke up and I look outside. It looks like the Breaking Bad anytime they're in Mexico, like that yellow filter.
Oh, the yellow filter.
Crazy.
Like, goddamn, bro.
Yo, that Mexico stuff in Breaking Bad was freaking crazy when I first watched it. I still
Yeah,
remember it. I was like, this is like the greatest thing that I've ever seen on TV.
Okay, so Splatoon Raiders, it's out now. Check it out. 50 digital, 60 physical. It is all in the cartridge. So for people who are wondering, yes, it is not a game key card or anything.
Yeah.
All
There's
right.
a day one update though, but just a
Oh.
small update.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I do want to. Oh, I actually, I do want to mention this because I'm going to mention it for another game too. I don't know what this 4 out of 10 Guardian review is. they need some help over there.
I read the full review.
Okay, I didn't even do that. I just saw it, and after I've now
Yeah.
played the game for several hours, I'm like, I don't know what.
I think
they
you
were
played.
playing.
I think you played it on tourist or you played it on normal. And it. I mean, here's the thing. I think that if you play it on those, like, if you play it on the easiest difficulty, I can understand why you just think it's just nothing. I mean, you're just going through. It's really easy. Even on normal, I think it's also going to be a bit too easy. So, and I think
don't know,
that's
there's-
what.
I've actually died a few times and failed missions on normal.
Oh,
'cause
okay.
I wasn't strong enough or something.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's hard, but there's a little challenge there.
Oh, okay, for sure. But I think that basically, if you're looking at it from like maybe his point of view, when I read the review, he just simply does not like the vibe. I think it's the vibe, plus it's just like he doesn't feel in tune with like what the gameplay is doing. I do think that the review scale is more of a problem than anything. Like 4 should be reserved for games that are broken in some way or don't work, right? I think most people would think if a game is a 4 out of 10, there's severe frame rate or there's severe problems functionally with the game, like the online's not working, the it's glitched, or there's frame rate, or there's stuff like that. So I think the problem is that like he personally just didn't enjoy it, but he had a problem separating his own personal enjoyment from a game that's like bad. Like for for me, for example, like I do not like a lot of first person shooters. Like, but if I was to review a first person shooter, I'm not gonna say 3 out of 10. I don't like it. You know, like I'm still gonna review it based off of what it does. Okay, it does this really well, but I just personally don't like it as much. So maybe it'd be like a 7 or an 8 for me, because I didn't get like that tilt or that fun factor. But that person, their review scale allows them to just, hey, if you don't like it, even if it's perfectly fine, you can still shit on the game or whatever. Like you can still. So that's what happened there. I also think he's an idiot too. So there's also that factor. But like between him being an idiot and also how the review scale works, from what I read, I think that's how we got the 4 out of 10 from that one place.
Well, they're wrong. The other,
That's why I said he's an idiot. Like the a little bit of an idiot. But after reading the review, I kind of see what he's trying to say. I tried to see what he was trying to say.
It kind of sounded like he wanted it to be Splatoon 4, right? That to me is like what the complaint was. He was just like, there's not really enough here. And it was like, well, that's just not what this game is.
Yeah, he was kind of, but there's a lot there though. That's the thing. That's why I was wondering, like, maybe did he not do the difficulty? Did he not do the challenge? It seemed like, because wasn't really speaking about those things too much,
Right.
So that's the reason why I felt like maybe he just felt like the vibe wasn't there for him. So he just skipped a lot of that type of stuff,
The other game I wanted to mention is Halo Campaign Evolved. It's out in early access right now. It will fully release next week. So I think you have to pay an extra $20 or $30 to play it now. So I some people are. I saw on Steam, I don't know, 18,000 people I think were playing it at one point. So I mean, they're selling copies. And I did see quite a few people on PlayStation, like PlayStation specifically, posting up images of them playing it. So I think the novelty factor is there for PS5 owners to play this. But I played through it. Sean was there playing as well because we tested out co-op. So Sean played through most of the levels, and so did Nate and MVG. And so we did try to fill up the room with 4 people, and we're able to accomplish it well enough. It still had some weird desync issues at times, but when it came down to it and we had to finish the game up, me, MVG, and Nate at that point, it held together and we were able to complete the game. So we went through it we just decided to do legendary right away because it unlocks trophies or achievements for easy, normal, and hard or heroic and everything. And I've been through the game multiple times already. So it was an interesting look for the game because I see a game that is going to be looked at as old, like skeletal structure, but then obviously new visuals, coat of paint on top. And I think that's one of the reasons, because Sean was kind of mentioning, he's like, it felt old with the way it was being played. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I could see that. It's not a lot of first person shooters now. And I think people have probably experienced this, have a lot of set pieces or a lot of things that'll happen where they kind of weave in and out of cinematic elements. And there's the presentation is less shooting gallery at all times. Halo Campaign Evolved is mostly shooting gallery almost all the time, other than driving the Warthog or maybe a Ghost or something like that. So it is definitely a very, very close to being one-to-one.
Okay. Then you get the arcade.
Oh, the arcade. Okay.
The arcade is confusing. That's where you get stuck.
It's not where you get stuck.
It is where you get stuck. There's nothing that makes sense in the arcade
right now.
All right, so the other thing I mentioned, a review for Splatoon. There's some crazy reviews for Halo. I don't know what was going on over there.
These people need to get the fuck out of video game reviews. You want me to go off? Because I'm gonna go off.
Yeah, there's some. I brought it up because
real quick before you go off, Sean. I was reading it because I saw that you posted what you posted on Twitter. I'm like, why is Sean upset?
You know why? Wait, hold on. Before you go, do you know why I posted that? Because someone who will remain anonymous sent it in a group chat with me, knowing that I would have to say something.
We'll never know who it was.
We'll never know who the gaslighter was.
Oh,
but I
okay.
saw.
No, I was just bringing awareness. To
You just outed yourself, John. Nobody thought it was you.
No, I was streaming when I saw.
I mean, they were just bringing awareness to the situation, whoever that was.
And I was reading it, and right before I read one word that I knew that I probably can't read on stream, I was like, "Oh no!" I just wanted to say, I was like, no. Now listen, I get it, but come on, man. Like you can't put that in there. Like you can't put that in there. But go ahead, Sean. Go ahead.
Wait, Sean, where can I read this review before you get into it?
It's the respec review on there.
Respec review. Okay.
you could look at my
It's-
Twitter because I don't really post.
Yeah,
much
oh,
out there.
yeah.
It's from like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
I posted it and I just said, "What the fuck is wrong with reviewers?" Because honestly, like, no one gives a like this is a shocking revelation that people need to realize. Nobody gives a fuck about what you think about anything. I'm not here to hear what you think about politics, this, that, and the other. I do not give a fuck. I am going to your website to read a review on a video game. And if you are unable to keep your emotions about things, as you probably sit there with your fucking Starbucks latte typing away on your iPhone.
Hold on, how's
like,
Starbucks getting here? What?
You don't need to be doing this. You obviously have larger, deep rooted feelings and issues. Maybe you could get into a different sphere, a different job. Maybe you could seek a therapist. There is a time and a place to talk about things. Not you, every little thought that pops into your head, you don't have to share it with the fucking world because nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares. Everyone has their own shit going on. Everyone has their own thing. But there's a large group of people out there. Well, maybe I shouldn't say large group. A vocal minority of people that feel like everyone hinges on what they think about some thing or some issue, and it's just like, shut the fuck up and talk about the video game. This is why we are here, to hear what you have to say about the video game. And if you're unable to, have a normal review without getting into issues that have nothing to do with the game, you don't need to be reviewing games. It's just as simple as that. You need to be doing something else. And it's ridiculous. It's stupid as fucking shit in the world.
All right.
I disagree.
They were some of these were, a couple of reviews were citing like layoffs at Xbox as like a reason the score was lower, or
Oh my god.
yeah, things outside of the game, which is very weird when they start bringing this stuff up. And I saw some reviews where it's like it doesn't have PvP, so it's like but I mean that's how it was presented though, as that's why it's $50. It's the campaign remade with 4-player co-op. We only had 2-player back in the day, so
I can understand that more than what Sean is saying, though. Like, I can understand at least them being maybe a little upset about that. But yeah, what Sean was saying is ridiculous. They're acting ridiculous. Like,
but it's also like you knew it didn't have multiplayer, and I mean I could see mentioning it, but to like dock it, like I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, like if you're going into it and they're like, hey, it's the campaign, hey, this is the Splatoon Raiders, this is there's no PvP. It's like, well, it doesn't have PvP, so I have to lower the score. It's like, oh, okay. Which maybe they may have been that. I don't know.
The only thing is like, well, yeah, there was that actually. There were some reviews that said, well, wait a minute, where's my PvP at? I think, but it's like Halo. It's a remake of the first game though, so I think people do remember that PvP aspect. Whereas Splatoon Raiders, it's not a remake of anything; it's a brand new game. But I mean, like, I understand, like, they did present it as a, hey, look, it's just a campaign, so.
Mm-hmm. For the campaign playthrough, it's still Halo 1, so it's I like it, but there's also a free to admit that it's a lot of nostalgia driving that opinion. Would
you say it's like your favorite version of Halo 1? Because they did it. This is like the third version of it, right?
I think this is the best one. Yes. If you want to if you're like, I want to experience Halo 1, this is probably the one to go with. There's more options, obviously, if you want people to jump in, but also, like, visually speaking, Halo 1 graphics, if you boot it up on an Xbox, it was really cool at the time. Okay. It hasn't aged great. So now you have this, it's going to live up to more modern expectations for visuals. I still think there is I'd say it's more like a liminal experience, like kind of the liminal spaces almost. That's what the older Halo kind of played into, Halo 1. This doesn't have as much of that. Like there's a lot of busy scenes pretty much constantly because it's Unreal Engine. You can do that with lighting. Whereas back in that generation, I think one of the reasons it's such an interesting time and they had to be very creative with decisions because they were limited on hardware. So those are things they had to do. But
what do you think of the prequel missions? Because that's new content, right?
It is. I think the so the well, okay, the prequel missions were interesting because they could take more liberties with weapons. So they take weapons from other Halo games and they put that into Halo 1. And it's kind of cool because you don't necessarily expect to pick up like a battle rifle or whatever else. But it's there. And it's cool because you do see the interactions between Chief and Sergeant Johnson. There's a lot of talking there from Chief. And it is a little odd for me because he's supposed to be one of those like hero of men of few words or whatever. You don't really hear him talk that much. Yeah, he doesn't talk that much. He talks sometimes, but not that often. And it's supposed to be a big deal when he kind of does. So he usually just does the thing where he kind of looks at you, and you just he has the visor, obviously, but you kind of get an idea as to what the feeling is from him there. So that was the only thing that threw me off. But the prequel missions, they were 30, 40 minutes each, maybe. So they weren't like super long or anything. But it was some nice backstory that then led into Halo 1. So
would you recommend I play the prequel missions first or the main campaign first?
I mean, you can just jump right into the prequel missions. You don't even have to. Yeah, I would do prequel missions, then just roll right in, just like that. Okay. I think it's fine. And they have them separate anyway. So like the legendary, like if you want to do a legendary run you want to get the platinum eventually, that's separate from the prequel missions. So you can literally just run through the prequel missions on easy or normal, just get the story if you want, and then ratchet up the legendary with a bunch of people to go through. So, but yep, that is Halo Campaign Evolved. I liked it. I recommend it. But I mean, honestly, it wouldn't shock me if by the end of the year it was on sale. So either way, let me go through some of the super chats here. You've got mail says, for 100 million, would you eat a ham sandwich in public?
Yes. And I hate ham.
I'll do it for free. I like ham.
Yeah, I was going to say, hold on a minute.
What's the context of that question?
I don't know. Is there context?
Like,
did you used to agree to something that means something else?
Yeah, I was like,
eat a ham sandwich. That's it for 100 million.
Yeah, I don't. That sounds pretty straightforward.
Like if there was like an innuendo, I would know about it.
That's true.
True.
But we're also getting old, so I don't trust anything.
Not Josie.
I don't think that's a Gen Z innuendo.
Nah.
Ham sandwich.
I mean, they had like the ham wallet.
Okay, Jeffrey Tucker says DSP update RGT rip raw Phil.
Oh man, yeah. R.I.P. Raw Phil. He's on Rumble now though. Rumble's a really weird. Have you ever been on Rumble? Like every time an ad pops up, it's literally like an AI ad, and like I don't know. I guess boomers and shit like that shit. Yeah, DSP yesterday with Tokon, he lost like every match, and then he rage quit the game. It was so fucking funny.
Wait,
Yo, Raddick, got anything to say about that?
Hey man, my win to loss ratio has improved since then. So
Okay,
now
better.
my team got Star-Lord, Black Panther, who else?
Your
Green
post on
Goblin
Twitter
and Doctor Doom.
Your post on Twitter was hilarious though with the Cam
Dude,
Newton.
I love that clip so much, bro. I fucking love that clip, man.
But the thing about DSP is like he thinks he's like the greatest video game player in the world. Oh my god, OJ, did you see the Dark Souls 2 stuff where somebody kept raiding his game and they destroyed all his equipment, and so every time someone would come in to with a raid, he would F12 out of the game, and he did it like 15 times in a row. It was the funniest fucking thing.
I've seen it.
It's just so funny, dude. That dude is just he's on another fucking planet, like just an absolute another planet.
Jeffrey Tucker says, Cap, the dialogue was garbage and acting was terrible outside of Hathaway.
That's
Zama.
no,
Still agree with you.
No.
no.
I do think the dialogue, they didn't date it like they probably should have. They made it too current, but I think that was a deliberate choice by Nolan as well to keep it like somewhat current. And the acting was fantastic. Hathaway was the best though.
Yeah, nobody gave a bad performance in that movie.
No, I don't think so. Robert Pattinson was whiny, but his character was whiny, so that's how it was supposed to be
the
played.
meme of him right now is so funny.
Yeah, where he's like, everybody's fighting. He's like, no, somebody go. Help me.
Derek says, if Sony and Xbox can't make PS6 and Helix affordable amid RAM crisis, they should wait till 2030. 8K hasn't taken off, so they'd be $1,000 marginal upgrades right now.
But the shareholders
might
wouldn't
cost
be
more
happy.
expensive if they wait.
At this rate.
Might be more expensive.
Bobo says, want everyone to predict the next major Nintendo controversy will be that's the same scale as Xbox layoffs and Sony stopping discs, excluding $80 Ocarina of Time. I don't know. That's going to be find a controversy for
I don't know,
Nintendo
Ocarina
on
of
those
Time
levels.
better be an expensive ass fucking
The Switch
game,
2 the Switch 2 Lite being digital only.
That would be a
Okay, that
pretty
would
big
do it.
yeah,
Mm.
That would
be
do
a
it.
big controversy.
That's a good one. Yeah, that would do it.
Don't you think that's gonna happen, John? Isn't that one of your predictions?
I think that actually, I think I don't want to take it away from Sean because if it happens, I think he was the first one to mention it. If it happens, I think. In
Oh,
the
like a
video.
digital only. Switch
Yeah, I
2
think
variant?
Sean. I
That's
think
what
Sean
they believe is gonna happen.
mentioned that before. I feel like it was before me. I think we're kind of still in the same thought process of it would let them get pricing down for subsidizing it, but
And
does
you got
Nintendo want to
everyone
do
on
that?
your digital storefront, you make more money. Makes
Does
sense.
Nintendo want to do it?
I think
That's
it's
the
like
question.
it's the illusion that you make more money. In my personal opinion, I think having the option gives people sometimes you double dip. You get the digital plus physical. I think people think that you make more, but ultimately, I don't know if you do. Like you have the opportunity for special editions, like physical special editions, that are more. So yeah, I guess you can say you can look at it on a spreadsheet and say that you do more, but I don't know if it's an actuality that you're actually going to make more when you cut off people like that. But we'll see.
This is this is from Blue Knight. It says Star Fox Mina are the two game of the years for me. For what it's worth, Super Ukulele Cart is very close to what I was picturing for Shovel Cart.
You know, honestly, same. I've always pictured it very similar to the Super Nintendo. Okay, for context, Shovel Cart was something that Sean always joked about in interviews
did.
about the next game the Yacht Club would be making. Yeah, I too pictured it to be 2D.
Dad Gaming says, was so excited to play Splatoon Raiders with Game Share with my 8 and 5-year-old. Well, no Game Share. I'm not buying 3 copies. I miss the old way.
Oh yeah, the whole digital game share thing is like something I have to look into.
Yeah,
I think that's why they said it's a single player game. I think that's why they're emphasizing that it's a single player game more than
There's
a
no
multiplayer
game share
game.
on this?
There's no game share at all.
No Game
There's
Share.
local play, but you have to have like the copies of the game.
Wait, so like let's say I visit my brother. I'm watching Spider-Man with him. If I bring my Switch 2 to his house, he can just digitally lend his games to my Switch 2?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
He can digitally lend you because you guys are in the same family group. If he has digital games, he can lend them to you and then take them right back if he wants. So, or after 14 days it expires. What they're talking about here with Game Share is the ability technically to stream data from the game to your Switch wirelessly, Switch 2 wirelessly, and then you will act as second player or something in his game.
So it's like share play. on
Yeah,
PS
so
PlayStation.
and
Okay.
and they've been doing it for a bunch of games, but occasionally one like this pops up where it doesn't have it for whatever
Okay.
reason.
Because it was $50.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck
Maybe,
you.
yeah, it might be that. Yeah. Deport Zillion Gamer says if Asha doesn't work out, should Xbox recruit a leader that better resembles its core demographic? A morbidly obese, balding, Cheeto crusted in their mid 40s built well for repair spaces.
Wow, that's
Oh,
fine. I was
man.
prepared to get mad at that until you.
Man.
Is that the Port Sicilian? That's the Port.
Yeah. Yeah.
This dude's hilarious, man. He's actually really funny.
Okay, Debbie Dad says, realistically, when does Nintendo go all digital? Man, everyone's like still about this, the physical digital stuff. We'll come back to that, Debbie Dad Gaming. I have that marked down here. Obsidian Mister says, well, full panel and Radic is actually talking about something other than Sony. Hell hath frozen over.
Yeah, man. Gotta expand my
Wait, he's
horizons after.
He's
the
talked
incident.
about Star Fox. He's talked about stuff before.
The incident. Sean G with 2 feet became a member for 5 months. Thanks,
Oh,
Sean.
yeah. Did you hear about that?
Okay, go ahead.
So, we were doing Analog Allies last week and my camera froze. And I have a webcam that's also like linked into my things. And so I was just switching between cameras to unfreeze my camera, and I didn't realize the webcam usually sits on like the top of my monitor, but it was on the ground, so it was just like my feet and legs, and they were like, "Is this your dick cam? Like, what the hell is going on? Like, it's going up your shorts." And I was like, "Oh fuck." And I looked, and like, yeah, it was on the ground. So for like the rest of the show, I kind of positioned it, and I would just randomly show my feet on there.
It's for his transparent chair
You need to
videos.
stop doing that for free. Spawncast Patreon.
Yeah.
We're losing money.
Derek says, help Radic decide between Metroid Dread or Prime Remastered.
Oh, Derek, it's literally my friend right there. Yeah. So
Mm.
what
You
do
should play
what do you
Dread.
guys? Dread? Okay.
It's a better game.
I like Dread more, but I like 2D Metroid more than like
Do it.
the-
What, oh,
the
yeah,
3D,
yeah. Do
but
you like?
a lot of people like Prime.
I never played a
Oh,
Metroid
yeah.
game before.
I-
This is
Nah, I'm gonna speak some game. Get Prime Remastered.
Prime Remastered.
No.
What do you like more, Radic? You like first person games, or you like third person more?
If I had to choose, I would choose third person.
Then you'll probably like Dread more.
Well, Dread's
But
also
that's in a
it's
2D
2D.
That's
it's a
2D,
Yeah, do you
right?
like platformer, like
Yeah, you like platformers in
exploration
2D?
stuff, or do you like?
I do like
FPS?
platformers, but I do like 3D platformers more than I do like 2D platformers.
Do you
Oh,
like
man.
2D platformers or like shooters better, like
Prime
FPS?
Remastered.
Because
I think-
that's your decision
No,
maker.
it's a Metroidvania. Do you like Metroidvanias? Or
I
do
do
you
like
first-person
Metroidvanias.
adventure? Well, okay.
It's I feel like every answer I'm getting like a
So,
it could
but
go
do
like,
You gotta
you-
just
you-
try out both of them.
Fuck
You gotta
you,
just
I
play
think it
both.
might be both.
Save
So
your money.
like
Fuck.
Oh yeah, Prime
Yes.
Remastered is like $40.
oh,
it
you're
is.
right.
Yeah, it's 40.
Yeah.
It's 40.
You know, and John did give us the Spawncast payment this earlier
There you go.
today. So
I know. I
Might-
saw that. Now I could buy another graded comic.
Did he really? I didn't get anything, John. Where's mine at?
Yeah, John.
Where's mine, bro?
Yeah, check your PayPal.
I did.
Uh,
I didn't see it.
Actually, let me see Metroid Prime.
No, I'm joking. I think it's there. I didn't check.
Yes. We're still in July, technically.
No, it's $55 Canadian. Okay. Oh, that's $30 cheaper than Dread. All right, Prime Remastered might be.
Holy
the
shit! Thanks, John.
Uh,
That might be.
I appreciate you, fam. No, I just saw. Yo, you're a good dude, John.
all right, there you go.
What are we getting? Christmas bonuses? Did I get one?
I definitely got a bonus. John, did I ever say how cool you are?
Dude, yeah,
Great
Prime
show.
Remastered.
I love being here. I love.
No,
I
that's
love
just
being
that-
here.
That's through June, so Josie's back.
Oh, that
now,
was June?
and she gets
Oh,
marked
okay.
down. Yeah.
My bad.
Oh, I see.
Great, man. I'm gonna be here every time
Yes.
I can. This,
I
this
keep
is a
I
great
keep a
podcast.
yeah, I keep a spreadsheet.
Wait, do we get paid for this podcast? I didn't realize that.
The
Yeah.
super chats, all the super chats, I split up and send everyone.
Why do you think I've been showing up all the time?
Yeah, bro.
Why are you doing that?
Yo, Sean will be like almost dead. He'll be like, you know what? I'm here.
He kind of was like that one time, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to remember which podcast it was. He wasn't talking much, and I'm like, this dude just showed. He's just here.
Metroid is it remastered physical or is it just digital?
No, you can get it physically.
That's physical.
Okay.
I didn't know you divided the super chat, John. This changes my life. I
There
can
you
say
go.
no to
Thanks,
jobs
John.
now on Saturdays. No, sorry, I have a different one.
That's why I was glad you were gone because we all got a bigger cut.
Whatever, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Less people,
I'm
the
coming
better.
back.
Dude, anytime the
all those
podcast is only
jobs.
4 people, I'm like, yo, let's fucking go, man. And then
That
my
is
guy
like the most
Bespoke
Sean
comes in with
statement
like,
ever. Like,
Love my money. What can I
I
say?
don't care. I'm back now.
Vita,
Permanent now.
Vita says lending digital means selling digital is possible. It's supposed to be. It says selling is going to be a whole thing for them to figure out. Lending for 14 days max, and it's like a temporary thing, is probably not as big of a deal to them.
so when I lend, let's say my brother lends me a game digitally, can we both play the same game at the same time or?
No, when you send the game, so he'll send it to you, he loses then access to it.
Interesting.
they used to be able to do that. Like, you had to, it's like a ghetto way of doing it, like by putting
Yeah.
like one in airplane mode. But I think they kind of took that off. So
Yep. But he can take it. There's literally a button when you go in there, the options like take
Oh, you
the
can
game
like
back,
revoke
basically.
it, right?
Oh
Okay.
yeah, you can take it right back. Yeah. Andy Ackerman says, Team Josie, the homie, missed you. Well, you're going
Hey.
to steer a lot more now, apparently.
Thanks. Are we
Did you
back? I
guys,
didn't
hey,
know.
did you guys see what Jordan said in the chat, Fringe?
Jordan Fringe said something in the chat. That's
Yeah,
the more
look
interesting.
at what he said in the chat right now.
Oh man.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was here for 2 years
Yo,
every
what up,
week.
Jordan? Shout out to Jordan Fringe in the
Hi,
chat.
Jordan.
Derek says legislation and boycotts are the only ways to combat Sony right now. We need to end the license loophole and create protections for ownership of digital goods. That is true. That is true. We do need to do that. Okay. Spyro says, what if they are waiting to drop Mario Sunshine on NSO because it will correspond with the announcement of the next 3D Mario, Super Mario Sunshine 2? Oh, gosh.
I like
Jail
Sunshine, man.
immediately.
I like
Jail immediately.
People are too hard in that game. I'm
To
sorry.
be honest, though, I think the Sunshine 2 with the Switch 2 and like the graphical power of it, I think that might be kind of lit, though, right? Or
But
Yeah, I
mean,
think really what they
cool.
have to do is just fix like the archaic mechanics of that game.
the
and
thing
like the camera
is,
sometimes too.
Sunshine
The
was
camera was
Which
the
would
worst.
happen though. That would happen if they made a new one.
Yeah,
It was
absolutely.
always a good looking game. It just didn't
Yeah, it's
play
pretty.
all that great.
I think the Sunshine 2 would be kind of lit.
Or
I
if
mean-
they like remade it like they're doing with Ocarina. Like I think they should do that for 64. But
That would be fire. But we all agree that
Okay, I
Sunshine
said
is
that.
better than 64, right?
Wow.
No, I like 64.
No.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
even like 64
Graphics
that much,
tested
but
it.
no.
Jeez.
Dude, Sunshine was fire, man. It's the perfect
Oh,
beach
Sunshine's good. Like,
vacation aesthetic.
People
Yeah.
people hate on it, but I think it's good.
It's,
I
I
like
like
the
the
aesthetic.
setting. The setting's really good.
it's not horrible, but it's the worst 3D Mario.
I don't think it's worse than 3D Land.
Oh, yo, 3D
That
Land's
doesn't really
awesome.
count.
I like
right?
3D Land is awesome, but I think that is just a very small scope 3D game because
Yeah.
of
Okay.
the hardware it's tied to.
Console.
What is the 3DS?
A handheld.
I see. Oh, my bad.
It's like you're comparing like when it comes to Mario, all the 3D Mario games are good. So it's like, we're like, even if
No,
it's
you
the
are. You're
worst one, it's
comparing
still
like
really good.
9s and 10s.
Yeah.
Galaxy is like the best 3D platformer ever.
I
I
kind
never
of
played
agree with
Galaxy
you.
2, but
What?
Galaxy
2
2.
is better.
Yeah, Galaxy 2
Really?
to me. I agree with that.
okay.
Yeah. The platforming is better, and like just the levels are like more creative and stuff.
Yeah, I might have to cop 2 on Switch.
Dude, you should
too,
play it.
like,
So that, yeah, they have the double pack of both of them.
Dude, it's like 100 Canadian, man. I'm like, God
Yeah, it's
damn,
expensive.
Bro. Fuck.
Dude, you're in Canada. I always forget that.
Yeah.
That's wild. You should move to LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, great
You want
financial
stuff that's
decision.
cheap.
Yeah.
yeah.
Josie's rent's like $10,000 a month.
It
by the
is.
way.
It's
I don't
$1
even know how she
billion
pays
dollars
for
a
it.
month.
There's like 12 people.
It's
living
my
in one
famous
room.
filmmaker.
Well,
Yeah.
I do live
Sir.
with people. That's why I had to turn off my camera and tell them to shut up.
I took one look at buying a house in LA. I was like, nope. I'll just go
Well,
live in
yeah,
the
no, you don't buy a house here.
No.
You rent for your whole life. It's very fun.
Well, no, I'll
Sir.
buy one eventually, but later. Not
In
now.
LA?
Yeah, later.
Oh my God, OJ, we could be friends.
Yeah, sure. I'm talking like in 20 years when I save the money to get one.
No, I don't know if I'm going to be alive in 20 years.
I won't.
Yeah, definitely not.
all right. Let me pull up. Here we go. This is from I'm Adventure says, I think if Nintendo does a digital only system this generation, it's going to be
Oh,
the
shit.
Switch 2 Lite. It could be allow for a fairly competitive price.
How much would you think that would be? Like $300 for a digital only Switch 2?
Tree fitty.
350?
Yeah,
That'd be nice.
Yeah,
to get it
350.
out. Yeah, that'd be
Because
nice.
the
I would hate it.
main
I-
system's going to 5.
I would hate that. I would. There's no need to do digital only. There's no need. There's zero need, in my opinion.
Yeah, how much does that really save?
It doesn't save anything. It's just for corporate purposes. There's no benefit to the
Shareholders.
consumer.
Well, we'll get to it in a minute here. Serge says, any thoughts on the upcoming Switch 3? I think I got that. Switch 3. Well, we'll revisit that in what, 2030 something? 2030?
Yeah, we
just
got to
get
get the
some-
Switch 2 Pro out.
Can
Yeah.
just play Switch 2. Like, I'm so sick and tired of hardware, bro.
DC
What are
fact-
the YouTubers going to talk about, OJ? Yeah,
Games?
think about
I
that.
guess that's no, right?
A lot of effort to play the games and talk about them.
That's true.
DC Fat Cat says, please stop what you're doing. Open Tetris 99 and get the themes. It's the first time in 6 years when almost the whole collection is available.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
Oh, I mean, like,
Did you
the
try
themes
that,
for the
Radek?
console? Or like,
Yeah. Did you try that, Radek? The Tetris 99?
I tried it years ago on my Switch One.
Oh, okay.
But like, wait, does he mean like console like UI themes or like themes for like Tetris
No,
99?
themes for the game. Come on.
Oh,
Crazy
okay.
here.
It's fucking crazy. Yeah, they
Console
still have.
themes would be so cool though.
It's so funny. There's definitely like videos back when the Switch 1 came out because it was like they had dark or light theme basically, and they're like, oh, they'll add more here, and that's just it's still what
Never
it is.
did.
It's still that.
I switched mine to dark because I can't do the white mode.
Thomas says, Celia, any chance to read the Zelda book I sent?
Can you resend it? I think I lost it somewhere in my email. I'm saving it. Well, when you do resend it though, I have a few flights so coming up that I could read it on.
you go.
So please resend.
Somebody sent you a physical book?
Oh no, like a digital. I think
Oh,
it's
okay.
like
I was like, you got a PO box now? You're big time.
Oh no. That'd be cool though, but nah.
Game and Talk PO.
All right, I could do readings on Game and Talk of his book. It'd be so cool.
Dude, you should.
Delco says, people say LeBron came to Philly for basketball fit, but we all know he moved here for too many games. Trust the process.
Fuck
He
you.
heard it. He heard Scott the Woz was there.
Bro, if
Hey.
LeBron is at too many games next year, I might actually lose my mind.
That's never gonna happen, Radek. There's no fucking shot.
Dude, I would
Hey.
actually tear up.
Well, you never know. He might show up.
Mm.
He might show up.
What if he shows up at their like a signing booth?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
they
You're
gotta
dreaming
be
right
there.
now, bro. Big
His son
aspirations.
is
You know
coming
what I
up.
say? You know what I say? I say, how is Cancun, bitch? Nixon 5. Kiss my ass. Get the fuck out.
I
of
don't know,
line.
man. I feel like the 76ers have a stronger team going into next
You're-
season. But
Oh, here we
Jesus
go.
Lord Almighty. You could there's such a thing as too many cooks in the kitchen. You were not around for this. OJ, you will know about this. What happened with that? Remember that Lakers team? Kobe, Shaq, Gary Payton, Karl Malone. Oh, this could be the
Ugh.
greatest team ever.
I mean, They made it.
What
They made it to the finals, but they just lost to a team that has almost very similar to the Knicks in a way. You know, lost to a better overall team, and the problems like
Exactly.
with Kobe and Shaq, they were still fighting over who should get the ball more at that point.
Who's
and
getting the
stuff.
ball with this? Tyrese Maxey needs the ball in his hand. Jalen Brown needs the ball in his hand. LeBron likes the ball in his hand. This messes up the whole feng shui of the team. I think they were better off before LeBron came in.
I think they can work because LeBron at his age, he's going to facilitate. He's going to facilitate. He doesn't
The
need to
most
score as much.
egotistical cunt in the NBA is
Oh,
facilitating
stop it.
anything.
Now we're
Wait.
demonetized, Sean. You can't say that.
How is he the most egotistical on the court or egotistical off the court?
The whole thing of taking time and making a big deal, bro. You're 41. Like, your best days are far behind you. Just sign with a team and shut the fuck up. Like, I'm gonna drag this out. I gotta take my time with it. Like,
He wants
corny.
to play with his kids.
He did in L.A. What did that do?
No, he wants to play with the younger one. There's still one that's about or
Well,
just
that
got
one's not. He's not going to make it in
Right.
time.
detrimental.
Well, he did transfer though to Villanova, so he'll be there with LeBron.
Villanova
Yeah, his I think his name's
Ruining-
James.
Ye-
James.
Okay, James.
ruining
James.
the Villanova.
What's
Had a
Bronny
great-
on? He's still on the Lakers?
He's still on the
Still on the
Lakers,
Lakers.
but they
He
might
might
send him
be
his
on the
pink slips.
Shanghai Sharks. I don't know what y'all are talking.
Get ready to
Fucking
say- Get ready to speak Chinese, buddy.
You learn Chinese, buddy.
The memes were crazy where they had him like trying to jump on the wing of the plane and stuff.
Or they had him like the Fresh Prince, where it's like when
Oh,
yeah.
we no, it's just me. I'm leaving.
That was crazy. All right, let me pull up. There we go. David says, "Thanks for the daily videos. I listen to the getting ready for work. Currently playing Mina. Next up, Halo. And at Josie, I hope the move went well.
Thank you. Yeah, we're still in the works, but it's going. We got a couch. Things are coming together.
Hey, there you go, Josie.
You have a coffee table also? Just
Yes, we
throwing that
do.
out there.
Celia helps me build my coffee table.
It's pretty well put together.
It's very well put together. There's a slight gap that my mom got upset about, but I told her we're not taking it back. But
I mean, it's fine. Like, just show her also the entertainment system. We also
I did. She
that.
was impressed.
Okay.
I've built so much furniture. It's like the worst part of moving. My thumbs, I think, are like scabbing from the little these. I have one on my desk. These
That's
things.
cool though. Like, I mean, you're doing it all yourself, so that's good.
It's unfortunate because I have a guy roommate, so I feel like he should be making everything if we're going traditional, but I guess not.
Well, hey, it's 2026, Toots. This is what y'all wanted.
yo, wait, hold up,
Enjoy.
exactly.
Enjoy.
Hold up now. No, y'all wanted this, so enjoy.
Okay, I agree with the idea of choosing if I want that though. I get to decide.
Okay, he should
Whoa,
be helping Josie.
okay.
Like,
says the girl that wears a shirt says I'll kill you if you talk to me.
When did that? What?
wait, Josie, do you have that shirt? That's so rad.
Oh, the hit him with your car shirt?
Yeah. No,
Wait,
I wanna be
what?
traditional.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Don't worry, I'll get it. It's
Then you
shirts.
wear
stick.
shirts that say "Don't talk to me, or I'm gonna run you over with my car."
Do you know the creepy ass men at bars when
I'm
you're
just
23?
saying, though, don't talk about being traditional and then wear shirts like that.
I'm not saying I'm traditional. I'm saying chivalry could be alive.
OJ, I think you're drawing.
No, y'all
weird
killed that
parallels.
shit. What are you talking
How
about?
did, oh my god, this is what we're getting into right now?
Let's do it. I don't give a fuck.
RGT, the women
Motherfucker-
that you are
motherfucker.
around are different breeds of women than literally every other person on the planet. So
All I know
you don't
is-
get to speak on this.
All I know is last Monday,
I
there was a
can't.
dead battery,
I'm not hearing this.
and I was, do you have jumper cables? No. Well, I have jumper cables. Can you pull your car around? Sure. And I stood there, and I guess the thought process was I was going to do the jumper cables. No, you are going to do the jumper cables. Your car is dead, not my car. My car is fine. I take care of my car. You do not take care of your car.
You're an asshole. That's what that means.
I am not.
You are.
I am an equal
You were like-
opportunity person.
RGT.
Okay, Sean, who is this person?
Yeah, we'll talk.
Wait, let me get my.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my
I
shirt.
bet
I'm like, I
Is
need
it-
to get an update about this one.
They weren't good looking, huh, Sean? They weren't good looking.
No, it's
Oh man.
No,
oh my
there's
God,
different
bro.
Sean
I think
Sagas.
Reddit caught on to who it might be.
Sean with a double back.
Oh,
with
no,
the
dude.
jumper cables in.
No.
Come on, Sean.
It's a regular. So
Oh,
we
okay.
fight
A
a lot.
Stouffer's regular?
We fight a lot, and we go like weeks and months not talking to each other, and then somehow we're hanging out again. So
Oh no!
It's a Stouffer's regular.
Wait, is it the
Yeah.
same one that you helped move?
I never helped her move. I didn't have to.
Oh, you didn't have to. Okay, I know who
No,
it is
she
then.
did it on her own.
Yeah, no, I've been a little tuned out of Sean's love life right now.
Hit
It's like
him with
normally
your-
I get the full report of like everything, but
Wait, what does that shirt say?
I've been busy.
She's muted.
Oh my god, hit him with your car! Hey!
That's
Hit him
that's
with your car?
inciting violence.
Holy shit!
It's
That's so
funny.
wild.
Wait, I'll show you the back. I'll turn. Well,
Okay.
actually, maybe I won't.
No, maybe don't.
But
Maybe don't.
Sorry.
Remember, man, chivalry. But you might get ran over by a car.
Yeah, stay out of my way.
not if you're chivalrous.
Yeah.
If you build my furniture, you won't get hit with a car.
Just go on
That seems like a
TaskRabbit.
good
Hire
deal.
someone.
That's what I'm gonna
Create a
say when
job.
I'm like gamming and somebody's like, "Make a sandwich." I'm gonna be like, "Build my furniture."
There you go.
That's how the
Full
relationship
range.
started.
That's how
I wanted
met
to-
your mother.
Wanted to, because this was week prior to when we last weekend we didn't do the podcast. So Bethesda put out their update. We had all kinds of
At
information about
gunpoint.
Fallout. They definitely wanted to, because there was obviously a lot of tension with the Microsoft Xbox layoffs that were happening, and they just kind of want to put out there that they are working on a lot of stuff. Elder Scrolls 6 is, it seems like the next thing that's happening. Well, maybe. So they have Elder Scrolls 6. That's like what everyone's really focused in on there. And they also have remasters, Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. Then they have Obsidian come in, who's going to make another Fallout game. And then they're also working on Fallout 5 that's going to be coming out sometime down the road after Elder Scrolls 6.
Now, I'm going to push back a little bit on that. I thought it sounded like they were saying Obsidian is going to be helping with Fallout 5.
So Obsidian is they're making a brand new Fallout project, and people are now speculating that it is like, I saw Fallout New Orleans being one thing that came up, but it's apparently not going to be Fallout 5. That's like their own Fallout game that they're working on.
They don't have cash
right.
money versus no limit in the
So
New Orleans thing.
that's
I'm
why
not
people are-
interested about.
That's why people are joking that Fallout
Uh,
5 is like 2035 or it's forever away.
Asher went in there and was like, "What the fuck have you been doing?" Todd was
It's
like,
kind of what it sounds like. Yes.
Just
'Cause-
working on stuff. Yeah, you need to get your shit together, Todd.
Apparently, it's been a whole thing between Bethesda and like Obsidian about them with Fallout, and I don't know. New Vegas, that's still many people's favorite Fallout game, and like there's a lot of speculation of how happy Bethesda is with that idea. That's
Hey,
you know.
Maddie's eating well, bro.
Hey, yeah.
Literally the week after we had him on, gets all this Fallout news.
He is the Fallout guy. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That makes sense. It's good to see. I think Josh Sawyer's come in to work on this Obsidian Fallout game. So there's a lot of Fallouts, and it makes sense because of Fallout. Still, it's a big franchise, and they have the TV series that's only pushed it further now on Amazon. It's like really popular series there. It's kind of unfortunate they couldn't line up like the next big Fallout game with. By the time Fallout 5 comes out, this series is going to be done.
Oh yeah.
On you know, what I mean, so that's the only thing that's kind of a
The
shame.
world is gonna be done by the time we're talking about this.
It might actually be Fallout, you know.
That makes no
but-
sense. Wait, line up a video game with a movie? Like, why would they?
With when the TV series popularity, like,
I'm joking. They're being
Oh, yeah.
completely moronic for not doing that.
Yeah.
Like, didn't
Yeah.
they say something like Star Fox and Yoshi were made because? I think they said
Yes.
that. Yeah, Yoshi and Star
Yep.
Fox were made because of the movie, of the Mario movie that was coming.
they planned it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yep. But I do think so. They say that there's going to be something like planned out. They're not going to have Fallout Day this year, so it's going to be 2027, and that would be in October. And it's going to be live in Washington D.C. I wouldn't be shocked if they shadow dropped like Fallout 3 remastered there. That wouldn't surprise me at all. So I think that's the big ones to look forward to in the near future is probably that Fallout 3 remastered, Fallout New Vegas remastered. So that could be pretty cool. And then just see what Obsidian comes up with. But I kind of wonder now about Elder Scrolls 6 because that thing got announced for the first time with that trailer. That was 2018. And that's crazy that it has been 8 years now because it was that E3 where people were trying to figure out if the audience was drunk. If you guys remember that, like the
Oh, yeah,
like,
audience was
like,
really
cheering
hyped
over
yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was like
yeah,
a plant, right? Like someone was like paid to
It
do
must
that or
have been,
something?
man.
It
Or they
was-
just
no,
said
there-
op-
It
open
was,
bar,
yes. I remember something about that. It was definitely like they paid them, or it was like a
Yeah,
lot of
it was-
employees in the audience or some stuff like that. I remember something around like that.
Yes, so it's been that long, and I think the game's still another 2 or 3 years off. Like I do think it's going to be near
Jesus.
2030 by the time it comes out. So that's good, but they say they're like full production on it. So best case scenario probably is 2028, like September, October, somewhere in there.
That's hopium.
I mean, high expectations for that game. Skyrim being the last big one they had for Elder Scrolls. Pfft, good luck to that.
You think it's
Man.
multi-plat?
That's a question that people are asking right now, and I gotta be real. I have no idea at this point what Xbox is even going to look like, and if I believe it's
Yeah.
2028, even I have no idea what they're going to look like.
It's going
So-
to be dependent on how they're doing, hardware wise, and what they're doing hardware wise at that time.
I mean, I'd be throwing a
For sure.
dart at the dartboard for that, but I would say like the remasters, those I wouldn't be shocked if those were multi-plat because they view it as a way to get people on board for the franchise who are maybe outside of Xbox, and then bring them in with Obsidian, like Obsidian's Fallout game. If that was exclusive, I could see that. But Elder Scrolls, that'll be the big test. Is Ash Sharma able to push, I guess, the higher ups at Microsoft, like Satya Nadella, to be like, no, this is exclusive. It will release them on PC, but it'll also be on our Helix stuff. I don't know.
Hey guys, not to interrupt, but I do need to head out. So it was really fun hanging out with you guys. Happy Saturday.
Bye, Celia.
Bye, Celia.
Bye, Celia.
Bye.
We'll see you on
Josie.
Game and Talk.
Yeah, that's coming back on Mondays now. Heck
Mondays.
yeah.
Mondays, okay.
Yeah,
Mondays,
we
check it
changed
out.
it. Today, same time. Okay, bye.
Okay. All right. So we got the Fallout, Bethesda, all that's good. Okay. We have some other super chats we can go through, but I cleared the board for the rest of the podcast at this point for all the Sony backlash stuff. Because that's what everyone, like the chat, all this stuff, the super chats you can see coming in. Man, this is still going. We are okay. So they announced it on the first. Okay, so next week, actually, yeah, the next podcast, it'll have officially been a month since they made that announcement and had said nothing, provided they say nothing this week. But it's not looking like they're going to, man. It looks like they are just full speed ahead on this thing. And I've been watching this unfold, and it still really is. Sony announces anything, and they get crushed with comments on social media, on Twitter. Community notes are there every single time. They don't always go through, but they are there. I can see them, and it's always the same thing of them. Oh, the digital stuff is happening, and then when you know it, yesterday the PlayStation Network goes down. When you know it, and it's down for I don't know 6 hours or so. But people couldn't play Marvel Tokon. That was a whole thing. That account had to at least respond to it.
Dude, did
Like
you
Sony-
see the PC version for that game?
Oh, dude, what is going on there? It's
I
like
have no idea, man.
there's some weird optimization thing where apparently it like hammers one thread of your CPU. And that's what people are saying right now because they're looking at the back end trying to figure out what the problem is. And I mean, it's a good idea they did a beta to figure this out, but
Yeah.
can they fix that by launch? Because that's crazy if the PC version is that messed up. Like a week out.
the Avatar
out.
game delayed the Xbox port like 24 hours before release, so maybe they delayed the PC version.
So people were realizing when the network went down, if they didn't have their system set to primary, that it didn't work. Like they weren't able to play their games. If you set your PS5 to primary, you can play your digital games offline. But
Yeah.
console sharing, secondary consoles, like people start to realize, oh wow, yeah, never mind. That's kind of a problem. And of course, you can't buy games then because the store was all kinds of erratic and at times just wouldn't even function. Couldn't even look at your trophy list in some cases. Like that wasn't syncing up. So not great timing for Sony with them trying to move away from discs, to start 2028 and obviously for next generation. But it's the thing I've noticed the most right now, man, it's tough to talk about PlayStation. I don't know if you've noticed this, Radic, but man, it's like God of War Lawfare had its release date announced February 16th, which that week is already building up to be
That month is packed, dude.
Yeah, it's already getting to that point. But even with that, people are like, in the comments and stuff still like yelling about the digital stuff and the physical media. So
that game's gonna
Sony
be on
has
disc?
this. Yes. So that will be on disc fully. And then Wolverine will as well.
Yeah.
Yep. They've made a point about that. Both studios.
It is funny, yeah.
Made sure to tell everyone. So it was funny. I was looking back and I said, man, it really actually, for us, it's been more than 2 weeks since we even touched on this topic in the podcast because of the timing and the fluctuation of the live shows. But how we feeling about Sony? 'Cause people are starting to trying to figure out if they're even if there's any backtracking happening or anything, because it is not looking good right now with that.
It's funny you mentioned how like Insomniac and Santa Monica like clarified that the games will be on disc, because I'm sure you saw this. Alana Pierce, who was formerly at Santa Monica Studio, she said in her latest YouTube video that Sony set out like guidelines to all their developers saying like you cannot talk about or mention this disc thing at all. It's like, okay, so you can't say that, but you're allowed to say this game will be on disc. So that message got approved by Sony. That passed the Sony PR test. Anything else? No.
Mm-mm.
So it's and I get why they do that, because if let's say someone like random employee at Sucker Punch says, like, yeah, this sucks, it's just going to create a big Streisand effect, it's going to be pretty bad for Sony. But
Barbara.
It's going to be, I think it also protects the employee. I mean, if you start arguing on there with people, it's going to get crazy,
Yeah.
So it's in your best interest as an employee to not say anything too. Like if you're, so.
For sure. And it is funny you mentioned like it's almost a month, and this still feels like the biggest news story in gaming, even though it's like weeks old, So I don't think it's gonna go away. I feel like it's gonna be like late August or like even late September, and we're still gonna have this conversation. So it's a tough road ahead for Sony.
It does feel like that, doesn't it? That it's not. It seems like it's getting a little. There's less momentum, but it's still there. Like it's still, as you mentioned, drowning out basically everything.
Every
else
tweet
around
is
it.
getting ratioed.
Yep, every time. And they've done Sony done a pretty good job just kind of hiding away from any interviews or anything else they could put. But eventually, like they're going to be asked about it, because we have other people being asked about it now, just within proximity of Sony. So one that popped up that got a lot of people talking was the Disgaea creator was asked about this by Noisy Pixel at Anime Expo 2026. So that's where we are. Like these developers or creators are being tracked down at just expos. And this is like one of the big questions they're asked here. And the Disgaea creator said something kind of interesting when it comes to physical editions, saying that they think physical editions of games are very important for fans. Being able to keep a game they love as an object can have a great deal of value, becomes a memory or a keepsake connected to something that matters to them. They can also bring that physical game to an event like this and ask someone to sign it. Afterward, they take it home, display it, decorate their room with it. Physical games are important because they can carry that kind of meaning. So it's kind of interesting because they also mentioned from a business perspective, they understand why Sony would make that decision, but the executives who decided it have probably never experienced coming to an event like Anime Expo and having someone approach them with a physical game to ask them for an autograph. So kind of saying they're a little disconnected there. But here's the line real quick, Radic, real quick. If they're going to go as far as eliminating physical packages, they may as well eliminate the hardware too. A television would be enough. Why would you need the console? If you're going to get rid of physical games, you may as well go all the way.
Do you think post 2028, instead of CDs, people will just bring the digital vouchers to get people to sign?
Oh, nice. Like,
Jesus.
it's already used, right? But like things. That's a good point. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna have cases, but I assume that's just I think that's a lot of work. If they just put it on a card, that you get.
No,
that
man.
they hang up on a gondola and stuff. I mean, there you go. That's all you need. That's all you need.
Yeah, I saw some other developers, like I think Yoko Taro made a comment about it. Kojima as well was pretty sad about the decision, and like Kojima is literally making a game with PlayStation, which is even funnier.
But that probably hurts him a lot because that game's not going to be out obviously in time for the cutoff. And he seems like the kind of guy who would actually want it have it on a disc, for his work to put it in an office or just even at home. I bet you he has a spot where he has maybe even has the things framed and stuff, where people will get the case and the disc framed for a game they worked on. He seems like someone who would want to have at least a copy of that.
Yeah. Kojima's a big Sony guy too. He's like, he loves Sony, buys all the cameras and everything, obviously movies. So yeah, it sucks. It's just, I think people are still complaining, but I think at this point it is what it is, right? Like
yeah, I agree, OJ, because I remember I think it was Moore's Law is dead. Like he mentioned, like when the Xbox One DRM thing happened, when they announced it took them like 23, 24, 25 days to reverse that decision. And I feel like we're further away from that now with the PSN disc thing. And I remember during the first week seeing the outrage, I was kind of hopeful. It's like, all right, they might actually reverse this.
Yeah, me
now
too.
we're here. It's like I don't.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening. And I think the difference also, like with the Xbox thing, is that Sony has a lot of leverage across, when it comes to PS5, PS4, and PS5. People that have been gaming on there for decade plus, a lot of their library. So whereas the Xbox 360, Xbox One is a little bit of a different vibe. And Sony just basically killed them at that E3, right? So it's almost like they felt like they had to because they were launching a system. Sony got out of the way now, and they have a dominant, platform with the PS5 right now. And they have 50 million subscribers. So I think Sony feels that they have leverage with that, whereas Xbox did not have that many, and it was the start of a generation. So yeah, I don't think they're going to change that. I mean, they might change something, but it ain't going to be anytime soon, at least, unless something dramatic has to happen for them to change it.
Yeah, and I think Sean, I think when we were talking about this on the podcast, when the news first dropped, me and John were like, yeah, like the PS6 will probably have an expanded like a disk drive attachment or like a one you plug into the back. Now, like, I'm kind of 50-50 on it. Like, will the PS5 even have an attachable disk drive? I don't know, man. And I think that really sucks. That really, really sucks.
Okay, were you gonna say something, Sean?
No, I just said I don't think so.
I think if they don't, I kind of think Sony's in trouble. I think they're in trouble kind of now. If they don't have a disk drive that you plug in and it's legitimate, like, hey, you have all these games and you can't use them.
And 4K movies, which I have. Like I have.
4K movies. That feels like that might be a point of contention to where I don't know if people are going to jump at that PS6 in the first couple of years. Then even Like we're already talking about a system that's kind of worrying.
It's shrunk. It's definitely shrunk. I mean, you look at the PS5. The PS5 is tracking what? I think a little bit below the PS4.
Yeah,
lineup.
it's gonna be more difficult as it goes now.
But
Yeah,
there's
this is
GTA
more
coming though.
expensive.
But GTA is coming, so we got to see how that
is.
is. Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Obviously, Xbox is way behind compared to Xbox One, and the Xbox One already was not great, you know, to begin with. So yeah, the market's definitely shrinking between those two. Definitely shrinking for sure.
Well, I have a concern about that. The current market shrinking, but then also as the newer generation comes up, not being as interested in like traditional console gaming anymore. So